Hey, what's up guys? I'm Anthony Esparza and I want to welcome you guys to my YouTube channel. This video is a very interesting video. I've been wanting to try and figure out a way to incorporate metal bands into my YouTube channel. Obviously, I'm going to be focusing a lot on movie reviews, trailer reactions, and stuff like that. But I wanted to also focus on my love of metal, my love of hard rock, considering I'm a guitar player for a metal band, so obviously there's going to be some metal talk, and this is one of the first videos I'm going to be doing regarding a metal band. It's no secret that one of my favorite bands of the last year has been Bad Wolves. They're probably the biggest success story to come out of metal and hard rock in the last couple of years, and their trajectory towards their success has been very, very interesting, and I kind of wanted to talk about it and talk about why Bad Wolves is probably my new favorite band. So how did I get into Bad Wolves? Okay, let's go ahead, let's talk about that. Bad Wolves was a band whose inception started with drummer John Berkland. John Berkland was the former drummer for one of my favorite metal bands of all time, Devil Driver. I'm a big fan of John Berkland. To this day, he's still probably my favorite drummer of all time. Absolutely worship the first 4 Devil Driver albums, think they're amazing, and I love the new lineup. But anyways, that's a discussion for a whole other time. Berkland announced he was leaving Devil Driver, and a little while after that, I think it was about a year and a half later, he was featured on the X-Men podcast with Dot Coyle, talking about his new project, Eye of Tongues, which would eventually become Bad Wolves. So about a year and a half later, it was announced that Berkland had changed the band name from Eye of Tongues to Bad Wolves, and also announced that they had recruited singer Tommy Vext, formerly of Divine Heresy, who also put out one of my favorite albums of all time, which was Bleed the Fifth, and that Dot Coyle also had joined the band as well, along with some other musicians. It's a long story. So Bad Wolves put out the first single, Learn to Live, and when that song came on, my mind was blown. It was like the first time I had heard Enter Sandman back when I was 12 years old. Absolutely fell in love. Now, Bad Wolves utilizes a style called gent, which is, to me, what I would consider pretty much progressive metalcore, progressive hardcore, really intricate breakdowns and riffage and all kinds of shit. Anyways, Bad Wolves kind of found a really cool way to meld gent with kind of commercial hard rock, and that's something I haven't heard ever. I never really heard somebody meld the two genres like hard rock and gent together like how Bad Wolves have. So Bad Wolves released the first single, Learn to Live. A couple months later, they released another single called Toast to the Ghost. Another song which I absolutely love, which is a little different than Learn to Live. It's a little more melodic and has some more melodic sections, but it has a killer fucking blast beat chorus that I absolutely love. So Bad Wolves was on this upward trajectory, and they were getting a lot of buzz, and then something terrible happened. A tragedy happened.
CNN says Dolores O'Riordan, the lead singer of Irish band The Cranberries, died in January by drowning.
Miss Dolores O'Riordan, who fronted The Cranberries, very, very famous, legendary rock band, had passed away. And it was also announced that Bad Wolves had actually just recorded their cover of Zombie, which is The Cranberries' biggest hit. And Dolores was supposed to be featured on that track, and it was a very tragic story, very bittersweet, because I believe it was like a week later, a couple days, something like that, a couple days or a week later, Bad Wolves released their cover of Zombie in memory of Dolores O'Riordan, and their cover catapulted them to success. So I could not be happier for Berkland and for Coyle and for Vex. Couldn't be happy for those guys, because I had been a fan of those guys for a long time while they were in the underground, and to see them kind of be catapulted into the mainstream it just made me proud as a fan of them. It just made me feel like, wow, like my support for them helped, kind of helped a little bit. As a fan, I'm speaking as simply a fan. I've absolutely adored Bad Wolves, and I wanted to talk about why they basically become one of my new favorite bands. So they released their first album, Disobey, and that album did not fucking disappoint. That was a great debut album. I love the heaviness of some of their other songs. Go ahead and listen to Truth or Dare. killer fucking hook. Go ahead and listen to The Conversation. Go ahead and listen to Toast to the Ghost, Officer Down, Learn to Live. Oh my god. And then you get into like their hard rock area, which I thought was really cool about Bad Wolves, is that they would flip flop. Like they went from being this heavy ass genty band with the staccato riffs, that dun 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 dun, wow no no dun. But they also incorporated hard rock songs and ballads. To me, I really appreciated that. It was like a breath of fresh air. Disobey is almost like a really cool Spotify playlist where every song you get something a little different. You know, Officer Down is really heavy, but it has a lot of strong melody. Learn to Live has a lot of strong vocal patterns and some really cool riffs. Toast to the Ghost has some really cool blast beats going on. And then you have a song like Remember When. It's a really subtle rock song. I mean, it's hard, it's loud, but it's really subtle in its approach. It also tells a story. I really appreciated that emotional approach to the album. I'm a big fan of like Jonathan Davis from Korn. He's probably my favorite lyricist, singer, frontman ever. So I really appreciate the realness of Vext's approach to the lyrics on Disobey. I also love that they're road dogs. I love that they're so approachable with their fans. I just could not say more of them. To me, they are going to be the next top tier band. What really makes Bad Wolves cool for me is that they're also managed by one of my favorite guitar players, who's Zoltan Bathory from Five Finger Death Punch. Honestly, like that's their biggest connection to like mainstream hard rock and metal, and I believe with Zoltan's guidance, they're going to be like a great band. I can see them being like Five Finger Death Punch in the next 5 or 6 years, headlining big festivals, playing 2-hour-long shows, throwing out big shows, this and that. I just can't wait to see Bad Wolves in the next 2 or 3 years and how big they grow and how big of a band they become. What do I want from the second Bad Wolves album, the follow-up? I would definitely want it to be heavier, because even though I did enjoy the hard rock aspect of Disobey, I really like the heavy shit that they put out, and I really hope that they do a lot more of that with the second album. I hope that they really dig into that and they kind of go Pantera with it, where Pantera got heavier and heavier. I hope that that's what happens with Bad Wolves. Sure, I don't mind a ballad here and there, but I hope that they stick with the heaviness of it. Alright guys, so what do you guys think about Bad Wolves? Do you like them? Do you not? Are they your favorite band? Are they your least favorite band? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Show your support. I appreciate any support you guys throw my way. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace!